Good morning, everybody. This is the 2A Street.
Two-way street.
That is Abe and Aaron
What's
over
good
there.
with everybody?
And it feels like midnight.
Yeah,
Looks
it
like
do.
midnight.
It do feel
But
like
Starbucks
midnight.
is open,
Oh,
so it can't be midnight.
yeah.
Welcome you to 2A Street.
Welcome.
Abe and I have gotten over a fantastic summer. And,
Yeah.
if you're here in our first episode back, we were just like some giddy school kids that hadn't seen each other in a while, which
Real
is true.
talk. Real talk.
And we settled ourselves down a little bit last week. And then I made a little bit of a promise to the listeners that I would post a controversial episode,
Yeah.
and I still didn't. I have a reason for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll get into that one later. I got something else for you today.
Uh-huh.
But I first wanted to see how your week was with all the snow and the junk
Oh,
that
boy.
came way too soon in
Man,
this
oh,
little
man.
city of ours.
It was
man.
an interesting week, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, wow. The weather was kind of freaky out here.
Because you have to
streets.
drive everywhere to
I
do
got
your
to
job,
drive everywhere,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
100.
people. I assure you that they have not put on their winter tires yet.
Oh, no. No.
So,
Ain't no winter
man.
tires out here. Everybody's still in their summer wear.
Actually, my wife on the main highway got like
Whoa.
sideswiped into the shoulder, man.
What?
Yeah, seriously. So
Wow. Shy.
yeah, it's just been a pretty emotional month and all that. So it was just bad timing.
Yeah, I
Any
feel
other
ya.
time I think it would have been like half as all right.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I
kind of.
feel you. I feel
But
you.
yeah, it's tough, man. This people just need to slow down.
100.
It's life's just not worth it. To be in a rush all the time and be all stressed out.
Real
So
talk,
it's
real
not
talk.
worth it.
Yeah.
So we were talking a couple weeks back, and I had mentioned something that kind of got you fired up a little bit.
Yeah, what you
And
got?
I'd like to just swing back around on it because it is an interesting thing that we've seen in the past and might potentially see in the future.
Uh-huh.
And I want to just see what got you going a little bit on it. But it was the idea that a church or it's easier with a company, but a church in particular, when they start doing multi-site stuff and
Yeah.
they, like play a DVD or something instead of actually having a pastor there speaking to you. And it was something that you kind of weren't entertained with the idea of doing. And, I know it's because you're a people's people, but what do you think about this practice of doing that kind of thing?
For me, this is my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I
As
think-
always, 'cause I'm over here speaking for nobody else.
I think that every church should be sovereign. Every site should have its own pastor. Every church has its different views, different situations that it goes through. Like I used the example of Justin Erdry right here. The West is different from the East.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The things that people go through, driving to work, coming from the West is different from the guys who lives out in Kings Heights.
Yeah.
So the battles that we fight are different from Erdry and Calgary, you know what I mean, Lethbridge, wherever, and so to have multi-sites, if it's a sovereign church where it's like, okay, the pastor runs everything, and the issues of the people are addressed locally, then that's all right, you know what I mean? Because the big picture is that, it's all about Christ, and we want every person to feel that they have a leader who they can approach to.
Yeah, and relate to. And all that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that. So, do you believe in then kind of church growth past that 200? Then is it once you get to a certain size where you start to feel tempted to kind of branch out and get bigger? How would you navigate that then?
I mean, I think leaders breed leaders, and so if you are comfortable and confident in your leadership and how you've poured in the people, then you should be comfortable enough to let people go. So then now, if you have a certain number of group of people, you're responsible for those people. You know what I'm saying? And now when it comes to the zone where it's like, all right, I'm tempted to keep on having my name go out there. Yeah, you got to look at your heart, look at your ego, look at why it is that you want to do that. Is it because there's not enough people who could lead? Or is it just you thinking that you should be running everything?
Right, okay.
You feel me?
So you're thinking then that instead of putting a, my church number 2 over on the other side. You just send one of your leaders, let him start his own church,
100.
and then be one of his mentorship.
You picked it up right there. You picked it up right there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think that a lot of times it's just personality-driven kind of situations and name-driven kind of situations where it's like, oh, I'm going to the church because Abe is the pastor right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that people are drawn to people's personalities and all of that stuff. But then when it becomes the main focal point, then you've lost it.
Yep.
We have to come to that zone where it's like, you know what, I am comfortable with how I've fed these people and where it is that the direction that they're going. Yeah. If they want advice, they can always come through and ask me. But I have a whole situation to deal with in my own home group that I have right here.
And it's interesting because we're coming from the perspective where we don't rely on people following us in order to get a paycheck.
Right.
Right, and that's the whole thing. No wonder why you want to keep your name or brand attached to opening up another one, because then you get revenue stream from that, which in turn does feed somebody's family.
Absolutely,
inevitably,
absolutely.
So I can see why you want to keep the brand.
You do definitely, because where do all that money go to? It goes to the headquarters, right? And then the people they brag too much. They brag a lot about I got a stuff this big. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that are working at the church. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that are working for my company. These are the people that are working for my organization. And then again, it goes to that ego trip where it's like you gotta cool down, because all that stuff that you've built can be gone in a second. You know what I'm saying? And then it can be built. It could take you 30 years, 40 years to get to where you're at, and then gone in a second. So being humble and just understanding that there is people who are equipped that you are equipping to get to that next phase as well. Let them go and let them do their thing 100.
Yeah, and it's you're kind of moving my brain cycles here a little bit too early in the morning. I maybe should have saved this for a little bit later, but because my initial thought was going to be, okay, well, when we actually needed to do something bigger, contribute somewhere or fly a team out somewhere or something, we've already discussed that kind of thing as well. It's like, how do we get the funding if we've only got all these kind of small micro churches? And the answer is we work together like we're supposed to. you know what I mean? It's interesting because I'm trying to think of all these kind of resistive things that we'd run into.
Yeah.
And the only, which isn't really a fair qualification, but the people that suffer the most are going to be the leaders who aren't the ones that are promoting their own brand. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, they got families and stuff too. I get
absolutely
that. But if we're working together and leading right, then there's always going to be this kind of circle of support amongst ourselves. Even if we're just a different branding of church that's going out there. Right? As far as I understand from your idea on it, is that it's okay to have 10 churches of 200 instead of one church of 2,000.
That's what I'm saying. But like. People look at the money. People look at the numbers. Yeah. The more people you have, it's not necessarily the more people that are going to give, right? But then at the end of the day as well, if you got 2,000 people that are all giving $5, that's a lot of money right there, right? And
but if you're close to your 200 people, each giving $50. Number wise, you're still up.
You're still up.
Because
exactly.
now you're closer with them based on your thought here.
That's right.
And you're closer because now you have less people.
I have learned something this past week right here. I've learned something so special that you could have as many accounts, for example, of clients. So probably you have 200 accounts that you have, and you visit those people every month, and somebody else has 80.
Yeah, I got you.
You dig? Yeah. 80 clients, and they make way more than the person who got 200.
That's right.
So quantity is not always the best, but quality is where it's at.
Yeah.
So if you are like leading a group of people, then and you want to oversee that one, you want to oversee that group, you want to oversee that group, I question your leadership skills.
Yeah.
That means that you're not building leaders.
Yeah,
you're building followers. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what we have to do as leaders is to build people who will surpass us, who will do better than us.
Right.
That's the main thing, right? But then if you're the only figurehead that people see, we got a problem right there. Oh, 100, are you doing it for you or for the better good?
I'm really digging this conversation, man, because it kind of is counterintuitive to just what we see. Not necessarily what we should do and all that, because one of the first lessons that we learn going into Christianity is, be humble.
Yeah.
Set people free, put them out, go make others and all that kind of stuff. Because, the main show says go and lead other people.
100,
You know what I mean? And that's the thing, is that he didn't stick around after and be just kind of like, okay, you know what, it's okay, Peter, you go on and make that church. I'm just gonna keep main campus
Yeah.
over here. Don't worry. We just said,
Yeah.
we on the Sea of Galilee. We got the best view. You know what I mean? You could have.
Yeah. Absolutely, for real.
I see this, and it's I really like this, and it's funny because I think that I've always thought that way too, but I've just kind of fallen into the system. I ended up coming in late in life, so I kind of just got habitual with things going, okay, well, if this is the way you guys do things, that's cool. And it just totally bypassed my thought process of, but are we doing it right? Are we doing it the way we're supposed to? And it's only now after kind of coming around and having conversations where I'm like, why are we doing it that way?
Nobody
in the past couple thousand years ever thought, hey,
let's build a multi-site. I think selfishness and greed, they're really gonna kill a lot of people. You're selfish in the sense where it's like you want to be the one person that everybody comes to. You want to be the one person that's like the star of the show and stuff like that. And we've seen how this has happened to a lot of people where they fail from the high top area, because they didn't build people who could hold them back. You feel what I'm saying? Hold them down as well. You see, like if you're a leader, you need to have people that are right here. You're the head, have a shoulder.
Half an inch below for those that are
exactly.
There's two hands half inch below each other.
You're the head, who's the neck?
Yeah.
Who's the shoulders? Everybody's your feet. You're telling them to go everywhere and everywhere.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But you don't have no neck. You don't have no shoulders. You dig what I'm saying? So when you fall, can nobody hold you back? You know what I'm saying? And then this is where you fall and you be disgraceful in the streets. And nobody got pity on you because you didn't build leaders. You didn't build people that would hold you down when you're going up. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that we all need people who are honest in our lives to look at us and say, yo, you're getting too prideful up in the streets right now. Hold it down. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who you is. You need people who are honest with you and who would tell you the truth to say, dog, slow down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? 100.
Yeah, we got that fantastic episode about being a better follower. Where part of being a great leader is knowing how to follow. And I think that's one of those key points that you're bringing up here. Is you gotta be okay with, even though you might be the figurehead, you might be the face, you might have a certain talent in order to inspire people and all that. There's got to be the others that are also leading you to be that better.
Come on, let's go.
Up, right?
And these are people, these are people that are around you. You're not looking at people that are in Hawaii or people that are in Thailand, for example, to say, these are my leaders. No, people that are around you, that see you on a daily, that you communicate with, that see, you know what I'm saying? Because people say, oh yeah, I got my mentor, but the dude is out there, he ain't even seeing you. You dig what I'm saying? You're emailing each other and calling each other. Nah, we want somebody, you need somebody who is right
sometimes
there.
My kids lead me in ways that I never thought, right? Because I still talk a little bit old school, some of the things that were appropriate back then, but inappropriate now kind of thing. And then, you don't mean to. It's just you got a lot of years of deprogramming you got to do kind of thing. And occasionally I'll say something and they'll be like, what do you mean by that? And then I got to go, oh, shoot. Because now I have to explain to them on how I even came to that way of saying something or the word that I used or something. And I'm kind of like, that word got destroyed or that idea got destroyed, and a long time ago, and we don't want to bring that up. So,
and that's really smart and unique because, like, right now we have a generation that's coming up, right, with the teenagers, and what's going on is that they're going through their own phases that we went through, which is it was different back then, right? And the adults did not understand us, right? And now we're looking at these youngins and thinking like, no, you shouldn't be doing that, like. I was dealing with one kid, and they wanted to have this certain kind of style of doing things.
Was it like backwards pants and backwards baseball jerseys?
I wish it was. So, but then I thought that it didn't look good, So then I was trying to sway them and say, no, that doesn't look good. But then they really felt really strongly about it. I'm like, okay, you know what? Fine. If that's what you want, we'll go that way. You know what I'm saying? Because I want them to make their own decisions. I want to make sure that they're in their own zone. And if they look back and say, oh man, that was dumb, at least they make sure it was them. And that's the same thing. When you have people that are following you, you want to allow them to go and do and try different things. And sometimes it might be stupid, it might be dumb to you, But then to them, that's like amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's just about letting them go out there and let them do it. And when you see that your influence has grown,
Yeah.
look at Tony Robbins, for example.
Yeah.
He's got different people, leaders, that go out there and do their thing.
That's right.
Right?
That's
He
right.
doesn't show up to everything.
Yeah, and they don't go around and be just like, hey, everybody, thanks for coming. My name is Aaron. I'd like to thank Tony Robbins yet again, because sometimes they do. That's cool and all that kind of stuff, but they're not required to brand everything that they touch as being a byproduct of the Tony Robbins kind of thing. And you're right.
You got to do you, man. You know, I just think that's where we're failing as churches, as organizations, as companies, is that we are so aligned or so bent on saying, I want it to be like that, the one that I started. It ain't gonna be like that.
Yeah.
It ain't never gonna be like that.
You're too unique.
Yeah,
Everybody's too
exactly.
unique.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to let people fly. You got to let them fall. You got to let them try. You got to let them do whatever they got to do, you know, because at the end of the day, it's all experiences, you know what I mean? And as long as they respect you, they will always come back and ask you for advice. If they don't, then they're gone.
Yeah.
100.
So if you're sending out all the people that you're leading well, and this is just truly wondering from a family financial position, if you're a pastor or a leader, and you keep sending out all your good people, you know, do you believe that there will still be enough people coming in to make sure that you're able to you know, just live comfortably? I'm not saying live mansion or anything like that. Will there always be?
Yeah, like first of all, they're not your people. They're not your people, first of all.
True.
You know what I'm saying? They're God's people. So if God sent them, He's going to send more people. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking at the source, they say, I am comfortable that with whatever youth comes into my program, I'm going to get better ones coming through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm that good. You feel what I'm saying? And I believe that if I train you, you're going to do well. You feel me? And so it is. If they all go, I'm gonna get new ones who are raggedy, who don't know nothing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I will mold them because that's my specialty.
Yeah, well, and because you sent them out so well as well, they're going to be sending kids your way. They're going to be talking positively about you and all that kind of stuff. Even when they got their own youth program. Oh, you're on the west side?
Let's go.
Oh, that's where Abe's at.
100.
Why don't you go see him instead? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there.
It's the give and take.
Yeah.
I got you. I really like this idea. So if this is one of the foundational things that we're supposed to do, and everybody knows it, why aren't we doing it?
Because we're selfish, dog. I want to be the top.
I'm selfish. It's like, hold on. No, that's cool.
I want to be the top dog. I want to be the cat that got the 1,000 people. I want to be the cat that got the best youth. I want to be that cat. You know what I'm saying? And if people going to look at my organization and say, "Oh, you're still at 20?
Yeah.
In what? In 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Dog, you ain't doing that." You know what I mean? So
I
gotta.
To them.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those vain things that we have to overcome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just go with what it is that God has given you, because at the end of the day, you know, it's His work, you know, and He's the one who will send people, and He's the one who will do good by you, or not even by you, by Him, because you know it's His work at the end of the day.
Yeah. See, that's interesting because I'm just trying to compare this to any other industry out there. I mean, you talk about corporations, you got the Googles and the Apples and all that. They can run a multi-site, no problem. They got one vision, and then they got all these workers that kind of go for it. And then as you graduate through the system, you get paid more and more, you get rewarded more, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, like, I think that this is a very unique situation for where you take people, and the ones that are keeping you up are also the ones that you want to be sending out.
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
And then it's kind of like everything that you've invested in, off they go. But the only other thing that I can think of that is like that is teaching, right? It's just attendance is sort of based on you know, what you get paid, because if students aren't showing up to your school, you're not getting paid, which is still a very similar model. It's just here you get paid up, you know, up front, because the money's already in the pocket. You don't need to sell them on a message over the weekend to get them going. But that's the only other industry that I can think of that it doesn't really matter what they do when they're with you, as long as you send them out straight. Then you know that it's all going to be all right.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's
absolutely
interesting.
And I like that. I like that example right there, because the teachers getting students every year or every 2 years, right? And so as a teacher, you let them go and you just train the next generation or the next grade that's coming up, and you just keep on moving with it.
And you don't force them on the way out. You know, it's kind of, yeah, my grade 5 teacher, Abe and Aaron, I have to do another shout out to him, and you're like the CEO of Apple. You know, I mean, it's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do. Don't get me wrong.
That's very, very good. You're speaking facts.
Yeah.
You're speaking facts right there. Facto.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
I still remember my grade 5 teacher. Man.
You remember them, but you didn't talk about them all the time. But you look at what you is. They were part of the process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then now when it comes to the certain situations.
But my grade 5 teacher did not send me a letter saying, yo, you ain't shelled me out enough. You ain't sending me $20 a month for my retirement.
You got a point because you ain't never showed me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, so it's different because there's no expectation for that. Your teacher
that's the same way it's got to be with churches. You know what I'm saying? Is that you got to understand that these people that are coming through, some people are coming for a season. You feel me? And some people are going to be with you for a lifetime.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just transitioning. You know what I'm saying? When they feel like, all right, you know, it's my time to go somewhere else, they go somewhere else. Don't know your feelings. No matter how much you say you spent on them or time or whatever, that was all part of the plan. You just have to align with that plan right there.
And it's funny because I got this question that I know we can't answer because of the same reasons on how we get there. You know, do you have any examples of churches where this has worked? But the ones who've made it work are so humble they'll never say that that's what they did. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of funny, like because they sent out their leader and that leader started up a new great church. And the only way you would know that those two were ever even closely related was if you actually get in there and it's kind of, oh, no. I totally grew up underneath the West Side pastor over there kind of thing. Right. But you would never know because none of them are sitting there going. Right. So
there you go, man.
You answer the question
by
not being able to ask it kind of thing. That's but I mean, I'm still going to ask, have you experienced that and seen that where something has become so fruitful and then they send something out and you're just kind of like, that guy over there, he was one of my guys, you know?
I have a leader who would say that the moment that his group gets to say 500, he will cut it off, send them over somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Send the rest of the people elsewhere. Like even the ones that were the core members is the ones that he sends out. You feel what I'm saying? And they're gone. He don't want no part with it. You feel what I'm saying? And what beauty is it to know that you've done so much and your name ain't even attached to it.
So here we go. This is it then. So this whole thing happened over in Ontario with Premier Doug Ford. It's just a misunderstanding. He's just taking his core people, and sending them out to do better things, right? You know, cutting his people in half.
Here we go.
I know that's because that's your home. You see,
that's the hood right there. That's my homie.
See, so he's just being generous. That's all he's doing, man. See, people are hating on this guy for no reason, man.
Well, you know, man.
All right, so I like the idea of this, and so this leader sends him off, and you know, how long is this season before, you know, I'd imagine that by doing this, that it probably takes anywhere between 3 and 5 years, and for him to get his core group really built back up. No,
it don't take him long because he's so smart, man. You know what I'm saying? The golden rule, it's more blessed to give than it is to receive. You know what I'm saying? The more that you give, it's not money. It's not just money. It applies to every part of our lives. If you give, you're going to receive. No, that's a given. You know what I'm saying? If you let people go, people gonna come back. You're gonna have more people come out. You know what I'm saying? The reason why he sends the core is that the core is not gonna come back.
That's right.
If you send weak people, they're gonna come back. Right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then you gotta send those that you say, I trust these cats right here. And you feel like without them you can't function. That's the people that you send out. You feel what I'm saying? And then when they're gone, they will not look back to say, oh man, you know, they miss you, but they ain't gonna come back. You feel what I'm saying? Don't send any and everybody. You dig? That's how you will be blessed more. You know, when you give where it hurt. You're not just giving $10. You're giving 1,000. You're giving something that you feel like, man, you know, I'm feeling this in my pocket, dog. You feel me? And when you do those things, I'll come back real quick. 100.
This is just one of those kind of mind-blowing, you know, scenarios where it's like, that will actually work. You know, it's just really intriguing on that. I just I really enjoy the thought process.
I like
man.
this,
The-
you know
the
what I'm
fact that
saying?
you've
I
had
really do.
success or seen success with it as well, because it just bucks the trend of that. One of the problems, though, when you're talking about giving, is that everybody's on such a monetary train
Oh,
these
yeah.
days. Is that they think that give means money, right? And we always resort back to the time, talent, treasure, and all that kind of stuff. And but yeah, people say I need you to give some, and they're like, well, I don't have any money, and I don't need your money right now. I need your spirit, and I need your soul, and I need your
Aaron is speaking
willingness.
facts right quick. Let's go.
And it's just unfortunate that everybody thinks that the first ask of a give is
Because that's what has been
money.
put on up front by a lot of leaders is
Yeah.
that when you're giving, you give money. You know what I mean? When they forget that that person that's mixing your video
Yeah.
probably don't got no money, but they got time on their hand.
That's right.
You dig what I'm saying? So take that. You know what I mean? Somebody else who gonna be cleaning that building right there probably ain't got no money, but they got the time, they got the talent, they got the skill.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people can't be cleaning no toilets; they'll throw up real quick.
Yeah.
And that person right there, they got the stomach for it.
Yeah, have you seen some of those social videos out there where there's clearly this homeless guy and he's sitting there just rocking away on a piano or something, one of those random pianos
Yeah.
that they put out on the street,
Yeah.
and you're like, that right there is an example of talent wasted. Where somebody put this guy in a position where he couldn't express his talent, and then now he ends up on the street with zero opportunity now to go into the space where he's talented.
Yeah.
Probably just because somebody needed something from him
Yeah.
that they asked that he didn't have. And because of that, they pushed him out.
Pushed them out. And I get that a lot of times with the youth that I work with. So sometimes they don't believe it.
Yeah.
They come through to me and say, yo, not come through to me. I see a need. For example, I'm like, okay, your phone screen is broken, it's shattered, you can't see through that.
Yeah.
And you need it. You know what I'm saying? I know you need it because you use it for the work that I give you to do.
That's right.
Right? Okay, let's go get that screen fixed.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's $80. Yeah, it's $80. We're gonna go fix it.
Yeah. Let's go do that.
We do it.
Yep.
All right. What else do you need to get stuff done?
Yeah.
Write it down. Write the list. Okay, let's go online. We're gonna shop for these things right here.
Yep.
I don't want to use your money. It's not my money. We're gonna use it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gonna use it. It's my money, but it's not my money. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
So we do what we do
Yeah.
because I believe in them. And then I told them, like, you know what? 10 years from now, you're gonna look back and you ain't never gonna have no excuse of why you failed.
That's right.
Because you got all the tools that you need
That's right.
to get you to the next phase.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's strange to them because we're not related in any way,
Yeah.
but just to that point that I see something in them. You know what I'm saying? And when you look, like you're saying, with the other people that we see out in the streets, who was there to believe in them?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Who was
right.
there to help them, to walk with them, to show them that they're worth, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's a selfish society that we're into, man. Everybody is into the point of amassing all of this kind of stuff and property and value and all that. That, yeah, for them, $80 is closer to their retirement. You know what I mean? It's a screen that that financially you're not seeing that cash at least within the next six months, maybe a year kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And if you got to make that decision on whether or not you're eating tomorrow, it's still something that you're going to take a chance on and be like, yeah, but this kid is going to succeed so much better because if they can't get their notes into this or whatever for no reason, if they can't shoot this video, if they can't record that audio on their broken phone, they're going to fail.
And that's the same way when it comes to churches, to organizations, is that if you don't invest in people so that they can actually showcase their talents and just do whatever they do, you're going to have a lot of old people that don't do nothing. They don't contribute nothing.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you did not catch them when they were young.
Yeah.
You did not invest in them when they were young, and you did not release them when it was time.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So then you have all of these people that are disgruntled, people that are just bitter, people that ain't doing nothing. The numbers are there, yes, but the results are not adding up.
Yeah, but it's a room full of ghosts, man.
That's it, right here.
You got people there, but they're transparent. You see right through them. They're not providing anything.
Right. So you just want the numbers, you just want the master size, you just want no. Relax.
Yeah.
Relax. Let people go and just praise God.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's amazing, man. I thought that I'd have a little bit more resistance or hesitation to it, but the more that you were talking about it, I'm like, this will work. This will work.
I'm not
It's
sitting.
like so simple.
I am not sitting down
Yeah.
and watching a DVD that was recorded yesterday. I am not. I would rather go somewhere else. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because what you're telling me is that there's no leaders, there's no talent around you, but you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we didn't even get into that though, about the whole, if you don't even want to get up to go down to see when it was recorded live in the first place, right? Because I mean, that's a totally different issue of it, is that it's not worth your time to go sit in where this thing was recorded.
Right. Right.
It's quite an interesting thought here. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can pick up that one on the next episode as well, about just the general laziness of Christianity,
man. For real.
overall. And I just always tread carefully on that, is because I don't want to sit there and make it sound like we're criticizing everybody else and our Christian life is perfect on its own. It's not. It's not like that. We know
it
where
ain't
our
like that,
flaws
dog.
are, and but it's just things that we're seeing, that if we're going to improve our movement and the things that we believe in, then we need to have active people getting active and
Absolutely.
doing it for what they believe in, or at least say that they believe in.
Yeah.
It's not just for the tax write-off there. You know what I mean? Or if it is, you better check your heart. But that's the problem, is that we're people that are recognizing things that are making it look bad is the wrong term, because we know we're flawed. But the optics of this thing is not good. That we're sitting there and taking our hour now a week instead of even 2 hours a week to go and take in this thing that supposedly gives us this badge of honor.
Yeah.
And it just kind of bugs me that this is not how it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to be leading. We're not supposed to be following this way.
Right.
We're supposed to be getting out of our butts and going out there and making a difference, making a change, and bringing up the next generation.
For real.
And then you see these kind of things. Let's take the Netflix of Christianity, and just pop it on, and
fast forward where I want.
Yeah, we're gonna binge watch this. This is the best part. It's like, it's all good. Don't skip over Job. It's a really important story.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got anything to wrap this up with?
Nah, man. I really enjoyed this one right here.
One was solid.
This is beautiful
I
right
just
here.
sat back and let you go, man. That was, you preach it, Abe. You preach.
Bruh.
Thanks for this episode. For those that are more interested in what Abe is up to, you can find him abemawayo.com, MAWOYO, or Conversations with Abe.
Yeah.
He's available on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play Music. Him and I together are the Two-Way Street.
Two-Way Street.
Have a great week.